Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, at last I've been able to finish up the Jigsaw inventory into SGK, apart from just some few stuff which I will finish along the tutorial. So I am going to first of all talk about the downside of using the ELS, my ELS version 4 or any other ELS version 4 into Jigsaw inventory. The only downfall that you're going to have, or the disadvantage, it's the animations. So Jigsaw animations are not compatible with ELS version 4 completely, and I mean all of them. Yeah, I've tried retargeting. It could be maybe I'm not good at retargeting animations, but for me, they don't look that good. If you are to use the Jigsaw character, for example. So, for example, with the equip animation, it kind of looks weird. Mm. Yeah, so in the tutorial, I'm not going to retarget the animations. One thing that I've learned about this system is that it doesn't depend on animations like for everything to work. So with or without the animation, still the reloading, the equipping, the holding will still work. You don't have to go into the components or to the character blueprint and disable some code. So for the shotgun, for example, I had to use another animation which will be included in the ELS version 4 ADS project. It kind of looks good according to me. I do really like it, as you can see. And when you're sprinting, also in first person perspective, I think for this one, the only thing that I did not add, uh, this doesn't have a socket. Yeah, this, all of them, they don't have a socket, of which don't worry, we will add some sockets in the tutorial. The only thing that has a socket here, I think it's this. Yeah. But in overall, everything is working. This guy is taking damage, and I can loot him. I will loot with this guy. And as you can see, the inventory is updating. Okay. Yeah, so for this collision, it's because of the weapons attachment. They are blocking the visibility collision, uh, which is the socket that I am using. Which is the socket that I am using for the not the socket. Oh, it's the trace channel that I'm using for the wall trace. So for the backpack, for example, another thing is that you will have to get uh, Unreal Engine 4 version of this project or Unreal Engine 4 mannequin version of this project. And then once you get that project, you will have to replace all the assets. For example, the backpack, I think, the backpack and I think all the vests. Yeah, all the vests you will have to replace them too. Yes, all the vests you will have to replace them. This vest, in short, all the equipments are done for the UE5 mannequin. So for it to work perfectly, you will have to download Unreal Engine 4 project or Unreal Engine 4 mannequin project, and then you'll just go to the content folders. I think is it here? Oops, a little. Yeah. So here you will have to replace the pants. Yeah, everything that doesn't fit, you will have to replace. So it will be as simple as that. So I'm going to just uh, minimize that so that if I forget something, I'll just look into it. So for the project now, I don't own the project. Someone send it over so that I can uh, integrate my work into it. I am not going to share it to anyone, so you will have to like download and follow along the tutorial. Yeah, from the marketplace. So where's the project? I think it's in desktop. Or I'll just create a new folder. First things first. At this point, what I did is that open in the ELS V4 project, I did change the configuration files for the input. So you can now copy from it. So I'll start copying the axis mapping. I'll come here, I will press enter. Three, and then S to save. That I will action mappings. That is done. Um, yeah, and you can just copy this. We don't need to open the project. So the project that I'm using is for 5. It's for 5.3, 5.53, or I don't know. Uh, yeah, just place. Just yeah, 5.5.3. I don't know the exact engine. I just opened with 5.5.3 because I don't want to mess anything up guessing. So, like what we always do first, we open this level, then we hit play. So, as you can see, all of my inputs for the ELS version 4 are working. So, we will start by fixing. I forgot. Yeah, it's this. They told me by point two, I think. Close, then open. Yeah, that fixed the issue. So what I did is here I tap, I think playing, and then near clip playing. I it was 10, so I did point two, and then I restart the engine like you just close the editor and then reopen it. Okay. From this point now, there are some changes that I did. Yeah, okay. No need to talk about the changes. I'll just talk about how I'm going to integrate it. So I am going to make um I am going to make the ELS base character be the child of the jig character. And the reason why I am going to do that, it's simply because, as you can see, unlike, let's say, yeah, I won't mention any other project. The reason why I'm going to make this to be a child, it's because, as you can see here, there are too many things to copy. Okay, there are too many functions to copy. There are too many custom events to copy. Unlike some projects whereby most of these functions are in components. See here, there are so many components already. You find that in some assets, these are not in the character, they are in component or the player controller. So the only things that you will have to copy are collapsed nodes, which contains the character movement inputs, or just some basic code to get the character going. Yeah, so for this is too much. We cannot copy all of this. So I'm going to do this FP camera. This we're going to do this TP underscore camera. So I'm going to open my ELS space guy. Blueprints, character logic, ELS space, this guy here. Then I'm going to class settings, and then jig, p jig character. We should have some errors. Uh, get TP camera. Control Z. This. Anyway, so we need to change the naming for this, and to do that, in on the interface camera, can't do it like that. So I'll come to this here, I underscore get camera, boom. Blueprint interface underscore get DP camera. Print interface. Oh man, I messed that up. Print interface underscore get FP camera. Close that. So now um we can now jig character. So at this point we don't have any issues, right? But we have to change some stuff. Yeah, so now we have to change for the get first person camera. We use this, then we delete this. Get that person camera. We're using this. Get camera, boom. We can now delete the old ones. Get first person camera. That. Then we go back to the jig. This first person camera scaling should be no, should be 0, and this should be 15. Too much. Let's set up. Then for the spring on, we should reset everything. That. So at this point, if I was to come here and then use ELS character, uh, is working. Okay. So now we move to the camera, to the camera settings, switch, first person. This is the code that we need to pick. Come here and then in set changes and change set helmet, no um this here. Don't need this. Is valid. I think for now this. And at some point I don't know how he's so I'll just do view mode. Then I'll set default view mode to be first person. Because yet I don't know how he's changing that on begin play. And then in gameplay here, side head. Up to that point, everything is fine. Now to the next part, we're going to do the sockets. I will open this guy, open this guy, P all the sockets. I am holding down Control. Select the sockets that I want to copy. Just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Then I will Control C. I will come back to my mannequin. I will delete all the sockets which were there first. Make sure you don't end up deleting any of the virtual bonds sockets, otherwise you like the outcome. So I will just click anywhere and then I will press Ctrl V and all the sockets will be copied. So at this point, the equipments will be attached to where they're supposed to be attached to. And that's the first part. We're done. Okay. Yeah, so now for the second part, I would like to do the inputs. I will go back here, then movements of this. I was printing. I will come back to the ELS, player input graph, sprint action. There we are sprinting. Some space. T and then a dot. And call this to be unsprint. So meaning I will release sprint. Okay. Then I will come here. I see. So I will disconnect this. No. You know what? Come here and then do uh sprint. Big unsprint. Sprint, jig unsprint. Then here I will just get self, get ALS reference. Yeah, so if you're having an update version of my work, you should have this. You should have this thing. You should have this blueprint interface. And if you're not using my work, you can just get self, and then cast to ELS, cast to ELS base character. Okay, yeah. And then from here we can call on sprint, just like that. Jig sprint, jig and sprint. Now we can go back here. Here we call jig sprint. On sprint. At this point, if I sprint, okay, he stopped sprinting. There should be some other checks that you will have to do. So for the checks, I would advise you to check my ELS version 4 into SGK integration, because you will have to check like what's going on. Because at this point, let's say if I'm pressing shift and then I press this, here's you know what? Let's just do it the most simplest way possible. Huh. Sprinting. Print out of stamina. So I believe this one is the one. Oh, why did that disconnect? Supposed to work. Anyways, is my mic working? Okay. Um, Set sprint. This one is cancel sprinting on client. Yeah, there should be an extra check to do. For the stamina. Let's see. Uh, Check distance from actor. Yeah, but his work is that simple. So component, health component. It is touch stamina function. So this is where you need to check get or not. So we're going to um get ALS reference. Yeah, so the code is inside jig health component and then stamina function. Then from here, this to a local variable of ALS so that I can get this and uh, get gate equal printing. Will that change anything? Yeah, that's changing anything. Yep. So now, yeah. Yeah, so this thing here seems to have taken care of that to make sure also the ELS character is printing because this variable is from input, meaning as long as you're holding down the shift, the system will say that you're sprinting, of which you might not be sprinting, you might be strafing instead, and then stamina is being depleted. Okay, so stamina function inside jig health component, you need to add this. Let's check which other inputs can we replace. So we don't need the leaning because my character comes with the leaning. We don't need the move input and the look input We don't need the jump. And also, yeah, he's using the enhanced input. Are these all enhanced? This is not enhanced, meaning you will have to do your own inputs. These are enhanced though. Um, so we don't need those. Uh-huh. Other nodes. Toggle tactical attachment. Toggle laser sight. No, this is G. Um, save and load, shooting and reload, loot interaction on that, show hide inventory, begin play. Then we have the ADS. Yeah, we won't need this for now. Um, we won't need that for now. So, in overall, everything is perfectly fine. Also, clients. Yeah, so how many minutes? It's not 30. Let's just do a 1 hour video. Part one. So, I'll make it last. Yep. Ah, my head is frozen. So, let's now get to the holding weapon functionality. I will first of all come inside here and then I will disconnect all of this code because I might need to copy some this from it. But for now, I will disconnect every single one of them. So, for the first part, we're going to search rifle, rifle. It's this one, modular rifle, and then we're going to click this to open the parent class. Inside here, we're going to add a ADS component. Okay. Then this, we're going to add a tag. Uh, let's open a rifle, M4. Blueprints, character logic, ADS, weapon example, M4. So tag, we copy this. Note that it's under actor, so main site. So actor, then main site, like that. And then we are going to add a BPI interface. ADS. Okay. So under interface, is it weapon interface? site. We're going to get site mesh. This get can mesh. We'll connect this, and then we need to add one more interface. So I will open this, and then I'll come back in. So for this interface, it is going to get active site. It is going to be an actor. Site. Okay. That. So then here, firearm class. So inside event graph, we're going to use this current active site. Okay. So get active site. Get current active site. Like that. So for the rifle now, we can now start copying the settings. Like we'll just p this, then modular rifle, paste. The modular rifle part is done. We can now go to the jig character. Where could that function be? Let me check certain things now. P. Tell me, I forgot the name of that function now. Okay. Oh, I did not write down. Attach acted component. Yeah, here it is. Server function change active slot. Server function change active slot. So this one here handles the weapon going to um hand. Okay. So what I did here, uh, here I just did self, then get ls reference, server set overlay state, and then from this boy, this is a function, so I'm going to promote this to a local variable, call it weapon L, get weapon L, get component by class, then yes, get item info. Oh, plate, break heat. Okay, yeah, so this is for holding the gun. Cause right now if I play, I can hold it, play as one guy. Oh, it's because in the animation blueprint I forgot to do the work. Side here, update graph. We need to remove this. Ah, man, I hate this. This. Oh, this. Then from I don't know, man. Why am I stuck? Hmm. Current active. Um, inside here now, we have to active site. Active site is going to use that. Active site is not we're going to use a single mesh. That's how it's supposed. So what I'm doing here, unlike the other integrations, it's here I am getting the current active weapon. This is a BPI interface, comes with the project, and then from the active weapon, I am the gun mesh. Single single ADS socket that comes directly from the gun. When you're ADSing the current active weapon, active site, active the active site. From here, this is actor, and then from that active site, we are getting site mesh. If the active site is not valid, then point I should be able to. Uh, in that person, we are using the single site. So I noticed a small issue. Server offset. That's it. So now for that other thing, I share string so that I can know local by 4 and the parent. Main optic. Oh, it's optic aim. Mm, 6 decent. Now we need to add optic aim point. 14.5, 15. But I will also optic aim point. How many hours are those? Now 1 hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, I think should leave uh the other. So up to this point, things that I've done. things that I've done, uh, maybe for the things that I did not explain, I think I added this. No, these are new, so I had to add them. If you're planning to, if you're planning to integrate this into a new project, it's going to be easy because most of the project you're going to need the camera reference, and then we have now get ELS reference. I think I should also rename that to BPI. Blueprint interface. So ELS space here. Everything looks like ELS stuff. So after making the child, I deleted the old camera and replaced them with the new camera from the Jigsaw. All of this, which have this, it means they are from the parent. Anything that has this from a parent class. Grayed out means you can't edit. These ones you can't, but they are from parent. This is a child of a Jigsaw. So after that, we went on. Uh, we went on here. Oh, we went on here. We disconnect this, and then we moved this code to the ELS base character uh, in a function called camera view changed. State changes view mode changed here. So here it is. This is the code. Okay, set helmet no C, set helmet no C. So it's only this. These are the things that we moved. Okay, so I think the set crosshair in game is this it or what's this? Should this do this? The last one. Player input. Aim. In-game widget. In-game widget reference. Set crosshair visibility. Put action. Then we are in first person. Testable. The user. This is Jigsaw Craft gameplay. Yep, I don't know which one they're using. Oh, not heat testable self only. Server set up. Hmm. Why is it now refusing to work? Let's see, ELS character. Think when you change name, everything gets refreshed. Oh no, it should work. Okay, let me remove this code on begin play. Mhm. So we can make it uh, an active weapon. Valid. It's not valid. Mm, mm. I'll just do this. This will be the last one. Um, so on view mode changed. Da, 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 da. And we are entering first person and we are aiming. Set it to hidden. You know what? I won't put it there. I'll put it here. also here. Then I will get rotation mode. And then I'll select. So when we are entering and we are aiming, set it to visible, set it to visible. And when we are entering first person and we are aiming, set it to 10. Okay, yeah, so this will handle hiding and showing the crosshair. Put it down like this. Okay, yeah, so this is when you're changing from first person to that person and that person back to first person. And then this is when you are aiming, when you press the aim and when you release the aim button. So here we're checking if the current active weapon is valid and hide the crosshair. Okay, yeah, so this will be the first part. The first part, I've reached to a point whereby I've just set up the ADS of the rifle and ADS of these two attachments here. At this point, even if I hold this gun and then I press G, you can see uh, the red dot is kinda accurate, even in first person perspective. Right. Yeah. So in the next video, I will be setting up the rest of the animations and also setting up the sockets. And then once I'm done with that part, that's when I will do the code for unequipping unequipping the weapon. That's when I'll be doing that code. But up to this point, uh, everything is working fine as I intended, as I was expecting them to. No problems. Uh, Let me disable this. Yeah, these ones, they control the rotation mode when you press 1 and 2. So by disabling them, now you can just use 1 if I press. So let me disable the ragdoll action. We won't need them. And the system uses X. So if I press X, it's going back. So at this point, everything is working. if I remove this attachment. Yeah. So, see you guys in the next tutorial. Have a good time. Bye bye bye.